Hey everyone, welcome back to 10 on YouTube. This is part 2 of showing Goosebumps books. Yeah. Now for werewolf skin. Picture this: Alex Hunter, photography freak, hanging out in Wolf Creek. Who lives in Wolf Creek? And Alex's Uncle Colin and Aunt Marta. They're professional photographers. Uncle and Aunt Marta are pretty cool. They only have 2 requests. Don't go into the woods late at night, and stay away from the creepy house next door. Poor Alex, he just wanted to take a couple of pictures, but now he is about to find out the secret of Wolf Creek late one night, when the moon is full. There's also the Scarecrow walks at midnight. Jody loves visiting her grandparents' farm. Okay, so it's not the most exciting place in the world. Still, Grandpa tells great scary stories, and Grandma's chocolate chip pancakes are the best. But this summer, the farm has really changed. The cornfields are sparse. Grandma and Grandpa seem worn out, and the single Scarecrow has been replaced by 12 evil-looking ones. I knew 12. Then one night, Jody sees something really odd. The Scarecrows seem to be moving, twitching on the stakes or whatever, coming alive. Let me move this out of the way. There's also, let's get invisible. On Mac's birthday, he finds a sort of magic mirror in the attic. It can make him become invisible. So Max and his friends start playing and Now You See Me, Now You Don't, until Max realizes that he's losing control, staying invisible a little too long, having a harder and harder time coming back. Getting invisible is turning into a very dangerous game. The next time Max gets invisible, will it be forever? There's also Don't Go to Sleep. Matt hates his tiny bedroom. It's so small, it's practically a closet. Still, Matt's mom refuses to let him sleep in the guest room. After all, they might have guests someday or a year. Then Matt does it. Late one night, when everyone's in bed, he sneaks into the guest room and falls asleep. Poor Matt. He should have listened to his mom, because when Matt wakes up, his whole life has changed for the worse, and every time he falls asleep, he wakes up in a whole new nightmare. There's also Attack of the Jack-O-Lanterns. Nothing beats Halloween. It's Drew Broxman's favorite holiday, and this year will be awesome. Much better than last year, or the year Lee and Tabby played that joke, a nasty practical joke on Drew and her best friend, Walker. Yes, this year Drew and Walker have a plan for revenge. It involves 2 scary pumpkin heads, but something's gone wrong, way wrong, because the pumpkin heads are a little too scary, a little too real, with strange hissing voices and flames shooting out of their faces. There's also the horror camp Jelly Jam. Swimming, basketball, archery, King Jelly Jam Sport Camp has it all. Too bad Wendy isn't a total sports freak like her brother Elliot. But how excited can you get over a game of softball? It's just a game, right? Wrong! Because Camp Jelly Jam is no ordinary sports camp. And Wendy's about to find out why. Why the counselors seem a little too happy, a little too obsessed with winning, and why the ground is always rumbling late at night. There's also Beware the Snowman. Now, Jacqueline used to live with her Aunt Greta in Chicago, but not anymore. They've moved to a place called Sherpia. It's a tiny village on the edge of Arctic Circle. Jacqueline can't believe she's stuck out in Nowheresville. No movie theaters, no malls, no nothing. Plus, there's something really odd about the village. At night there are strange howling noises, and in front of every house there's a snowman. A creepy snowman with a red scarf. a deep scar on his face, and a really evil smile. I wouldn't really say a smile because this is a frown. A big evil frown. It might give you nightmares. It's also the headless ghost. Everyone knows about Hill House. It's the biggest tourist attraction in town. That's because it's haunted. Haunted by the ghost of a 13-year-old boy. A 13-year-old boy. A boy with no head. Duane and Stephanie love Hill House. It's dark and creepy and totally scary. Still, they've never actually seen the ghost until the night they decide to go on a search for his head. There's also Bad Hair Day. Bad Hair Day. Trick cards, floating scarves, disappearing doves. Tim Swanson loves magic tricks. Someday he wants to be a real magician, just like his all-time favorite hero, Amazo. But then Tim goes to Amazo's show, and he finds out his idol is a total grump. That's when Tim decides to steal the bag of tricks. Amazo's bag of secret tricks, scary tricks. The one with the multiplying red balls, and all those hissing snakes. And what's with the bunny? You're gonna have to read to find out. Unless if you hate Goosebumps, troll. There's also My Hairiest Adventure. Yes, it's a human right here. Larry Boyd just found the coolest thing in the trash. It's an old bottle of Instatan. Rub on a dark suntan in a minute. That's what the label says. So Larry and his friends do. But nothing much happens until Larry notices the hair. Dark spiky hair growing on his hands and face. Really gross slimy hair. Hair that keeps growing back even after he shaves it off. In fact, there's also a book about... Well, not yet. Welcome to Camp Nightmare. There's a book about that. The food isn't great, the counselors are a little strange, and the camp director, Uncle Al, seems sort of demented. Out bit my tongue. Okay, so Billy can handle all that, but then his fellow campers start to disappear. What's going on? Why won't his parents answer his letters? What's lurking out in there after dark? Camp Nightmare is turning into Camp Nightmare, and Billy might be next. There's also a very famous Goosebumps book, The Werewolf of Beaver Swamp. There's something weird happening in Beaver Swamp. Something really horrible. It started with strange howling at night. Then there was the rabbit torn to shreds. Everyone thinks Grady's new dog is responsible. After all, he looks just like a wolf, and he seems a little on the wild side. But Grady knows his dog is just a regular old dog, and most dogs don't howl at the moon, or disappear at midnight, or change into terrifying creatures when the moon is full. Or do they? There's also Monster Blood. While staying with his weird great-aunt Catherine, Evan visits a funky old toy store and buys a dusty can of Monster Blood. It's fun to play with at first, and Evan's dog Trigger likes it so much, he eats some. But then Evan notices something weird about the green, slimy stuff. It seems to be growing, and growing, and growing. And all that growing has given the Monster Blood a monstrous appetite. That just leads me to Monster Blood 3. Don't ask why I don't have Monster Blood 2. I haven't been able to get it yet. Evan can't stand babysitting his genius cousin, Kermit. Kermit refuses to play video games. He won't even play Frisbee. All he likes to do is hang out in the basement doing strange experiments, and playing mean practical jokes on Evan and his best friend Andy. But now Andy's found something that will teach Kermit a lesson once and for all. It's green, it's slimy, and it comes in a can marked Monster Blood. Yes, that was bad camera movement. Okay, to be continued with my favorite book in the world. That'll be first.